Traders, welcome in. In this video, I want to go over the top stocks for tomorrow. I want to make this more of a daily routine where I upload a video of what I'm watching. So this is not my entire watch list to the right. These are some of the stocks that I'm carrying over from prior watch lists and some of the new ones. But I don't really want to just cover the same stocks over and over again every single day. So with that being said, let's just get into it. Today, the Qs, S&P 500, they all pulled back significantly, and then the QQQ received a bounce off of the 50 EMA, and retraced significantly. Same thing for S&P 500. So these significant retracements. IWM has been red for 1, 2, 3, 4 of the last 5 days. Or 6 of the last, or 5 of the last 6 days. So anyway, with that being said, today was a red day. There were a lot of stocks that pulled back. Now, that's fine. Pretty much every stock that we were talking about in yesterday's video has pulled back, but they pulled back to moving averages, and these are value areas for entries. So today I picked up Cypher off of the 50 EMA bounce, so it bounced off of the 50 EMA, and then we'll drop it down to the 30-minute time frame. I was looking for a pivot, and I picked it up right on this candle right here. So I picked it up right in this area around 17:45, and it was looking kind of weak. It failed the retest of these moving averages on the 30. But late day, it made a push higher. So while this, like many other stocks that were rebounding, the pivots were kind of intraday fails. However, it kept me out of my stop loss, which was 1688. It kept me above my stop loss. And I will swing this overnight. Hopefully, it receives a bounce tomorrow. And we see this frequently, where the stock will catch some support. I'll find a stock that shows it a little bit more clearly. So a stock will bounce off of the moving average. It doesn't really make a significant move intraday, but then the next day it pushes higher. So we see this quite frequently. The point is, a lot of these stocks received support off of the moving averages, and they held above. So that keeps a lot of setups that we were watching intact. And oftentimes, especially in this market, they're shaking out weak holders, and they proceed to get back into the resistance areas and then possibly break out higher. So, pivots offer really good entry opportunities. Pivots, undercuts, good RR, good risk reward overall. Once it gets back to prior resistance or the breakout level in which you were originally going to buy, you're already up significantly on the trade. You could de-risk, and you have a lot of options. But overall, one of the main advantages of the pivot trade, of the undercut trade, is that you have a better risk reward. So you're able to enter in with a decent size on overall less risk. So yeah, that's the main advantage, and that's kind of what I was focusing on today. For tomorrow, let's go over the list. So SEI, this is a stock that is right at the key level. I like it a lot. Energy, clean energy. This is obviously one of the hottest themes right now. The hottest themes are drones, robotics, clean energy, and anything that really revolves around the AI ecosystem. So this is a great weekly, and the daily is really good. Obviously, we can see here this 56 level is very big. It tried to go yesterday, but there just was not enough steam, similar to ASTS, which is also on the watch list, where it tried to go yesterday, and it just couldn't. But we'll get to ASTS in a sec. So today it bounced off of the 21 EMA. I like the overall action. It looks good. So this 56 level is key, and I will be watching out for that tomorrow. We want to see some big volume on this to confirm that new buyers are stepping in, and that this breakout actually has the potential to generate a lot of momentum. Iron is another one. Really clean bounce off of the 9 EMA there, and we can drop it down to the 30-minute time frame. You'll see that it had a very solid pivot. Or, sorry, where were we looking? Right here, my bad. As you can see, solid pivot here. I didn't take this, but like every pivot, they kind of rejected around the zone, pulled back, and then late day got bought back up. But overall, you can see on the daily time frame, hit the 9, moved higher, and this is a stock that's been pretty strong, along with a lot of other data center stocks. APLD also found some support on the 9 EMA. I overall like this setup a lot. I tried trading it twice this week. One was a slight gain, one was a slight loss, so I'm even on this one. But I think it's going to set up for another big breakout attempt. As you can see, this stock is relentlessly making new highs. And I think once it gets out of this structure, it will continue on to make big moves. I think this is going to be one of the bigger stocks for 2026. ASTS, this is space stock. It's been it's been my top watch for a while now, or one of my top watches for a while now. It tried to break out yesterday. It couldn't. It basically closed right on the breakout level. Today it pulls back into the 9, receives a strong bounce off of the moving average, as you would anticipate for one of the strongest stocks in the market. If we drop it down to the hourly time frame, you could see that this stock is absorbing any pullback, right? So it's making higher lows, and buyers continue to step up into this stock. So every single pullback, this name is absorbing. Even with the QQQ making a significant downward move, there is not much downside here. So when you see this type of relative strength, it is a very strong indication to want to be long this name. And I do think that over 123, 124-ish, basically over the high of the Wednesday yesterday and over today's high, basically more or less the same level. That will be my trigger level for the stock. It looks really, really good, and I think it will unleash another wave of momentum. SATL, another space-related stock. This looks really hot. It had a clean breakout here at the 240 level, and now it's at 5. It's held above the 9 EMA the entire way, and we're seeing a little bit of a consolidation here at this 575 resistance level. Maybe it needs a couple more days, but the ADR is pretty high, so this is a hot stock, a little bit more of a high flyer speculative name, but if it takes out that level of some strong volume, I would definitely be interested in taking this long for just the continuation of this momentum, because it's obviously really strong. NUAI, I spoke about this yesterday in yesterday's video. Today it tried breaking out in the morning. It couldn't. It's holding up above the 9, and the range continues to tighten. The volume is continuing to decline. So this is pretty decent accumulation here, where you have a tapering volume, and then the stock is holding above the moving average. The range is tightening up. These are very thin candles. So I like it a lot. I think with a takeout of the 820, 830 level right there, I think it'll go with some strong volume, and if the market is good. I almost took it this morning over a previous day high, but the everything else on my watch list was red, so I knew that a stock like this likely wouldn't hold up amongst a sea of red, so I didn't take it. HUD is similar to Iron. I'm not going to cover this too long, but it's a stock that is trying to make new highs, trying to break out. It was one of my top watches this week, and I almost triggered on it yesterday. I'm glad I didn't. It was very close to my trigger level at close, but I just didn't want to assume the overnight risk, which I'm glad I didn't do. And the like Iron, it bounced off of the 9 moving average, and it pulled off of it. So it's just one to watch. The hourly is pretty clean here, so I just want to see how the hourly forms. Definitely something I'm going to be watching. RCAT had a pretty strong bounce off the lows, but it gave a lot of it up. But overall, it's making higher lows, and this is starting to tighten up. Good ADR. It's been on a really big tear. I spoke about this yesterday. This is a really key area. If it breaks out of this structure, it's got blue skies, no resistance. So I already spoke about it yesterday, but today it pulled back, received some support off the moving average, and that's basically the story with RCAT. Overall, though, drones are strong, aerospace is strong, so strong industry. This is another aerospace stock, Planet Labs. It's receiving, this 25 level is a pretty big area of support, but it actually put in a higher low. And again, like RCAT, this is starting to tighten up a little bit. And yeah, this is just on breakout watch for more momentum. It's had a big rally from 13 to where it is now at 26, obviously. And I would like to trade the continuation of this momentum. So anyway, guys, this is today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. The Discord is in the description. Go check that out. I alert all my trades, a lot of education, community, etc. And then don't forget to follow me on X. Thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and peace.